lichens, things like that, rather than the Visage himself.
Yeah, he might not opt for it. I mean, if he wants to go with something like Beastmaster, that could work.
10 seconds.
That's a good shout. Going into these bands, Bat, Void, Dawnbreaker, Razor. So they are aiming a little bit towards Rezo there with the Dawn and the Razor bands. Try and make sure they give Miracle a safer time. We might be seeing a bit of a shift from Nigma as well, you know, looking at the way Secret drafted. They did go for some late game carries that could scale. Pudge, okay, yeah, he can decently, but he's not that classic right clicker that we see from Miracle more often than not.
Yeah, I'd be mighty keen to see an actual proper carry. This Pudge for me is so weird. I've seen him destroy games and own, but also seen him kind of go the way of last game where he's not able to really kill anyone. It's obviously hard as well because he got really hard countered last game playing into Enigma, Monkey King, Slark. Like all three of these heroes have such a good matchup into him.
Witch Doctor as well.
Yeah, it's really difficult. I don't blame him for like how the game went at all.
Yeah.
This time though, you have second pick in the draft, so Nigma are the ones that are going to get their counter pick this time. So he should have a much better game and matchup. I want to see some team fight coming out from Nigma, like AoE control, to allow the track to dump all of the damage that he currently has. In the past, like Mars was a really big hero that people like to pair with him because the arena kept everyone right in place. Dude, Nisha just clapped so happily on seeing that Primal Beast. Dude, what?
We've seen a fair amount of Primal Beast play. He's looked decent in the off lane when he gets that BKB. Not really the most flexible hero. Can go 4, can go 2, but it feels like he's suffered a lot in some of these other roles. They're kind of expecting this to be the MC, or hoping this is the MC hero.
Monkey King.
The ability to get into backlines, fight people, but there's the Monkey again for Secret. So they've got 2 cores already from their 1 and 2 positions that can fight early and scale with physical damage.
Monkey was great last game. Even though the first rotation from Chrysalis didn't go so well, I think the fact that they even made that move shows that they really understand the hero and his timings and what they can do with him, and I liked a lot how they played with it.
Dire's turn to pick.
Being able to X-Mark someone back into Wukong's.
Yeah.
Feels real nice. Oh, Mirana. What's the reason for this? Like, we've seen a bit of mid Mirana, a bit of 4 Mirana from like Goon Squad and them. Well, Toby played position 3 Mirana as entity against Secret, so maybe that's a lesson they've learned. Maybe this is a Rezo Mirana.
Maybe.
And then we go for like an Earthshaker last pick, because that was pretty sick from entity. Like ES Mirana lane, then into the mid game, they've got the catch and kill potential.
I might prefer to have it be a pos 4 if I'm assuming they're saving their offlaner for last pick if that is the case then. Because Conquer can go offlane, right? But for me, if they can pick another hero with some form of stun or setup, Mirana, then you could have an amazing game with rotations there. Because X marks into arrow is already like a super potent combo.
Yeah.
I mean, even if that's the lane, right, that is a combo in itself. And then they can just save the last pick for mid. They kind of have it open for them.
Every way.
Yeah, exactly. I think the Mirana just synergizes nicely, and it does that damage with the Starfall. They currently got quite a bit of burst with the X marks combo with the boat and I think Nigma maybe though could probably take advantage of the fact that Balance Strike is the only real stun they have that could catch them by surprise. This is honestly good, yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering, do they go Shadow Demon or Abaddon, someone to save them from these X marks and arrows? But when you've got an IO on your team, it feels really awkward picking another save hero, having double saves with no active play. So here, adding a bit of team fight, bit of sustain. You know, Sunray plus IO heal, it's no joke when you've got a Leshrac face tanking and charging into battle with all his magic damage.
But I think the important thing is he can get his egg off. Alright, when I talk about utilizing their lack of real proper stuns, it's like, yeah, if you conquer X marks Phoenix, right, and try and do the arrow combo, Phoenix can still just whoop in anyway and then press egg, and then the X marks literally doesn't do anything. Or they can try and set up that combo and he can just egg, and they can get that kind of turnaround with Nigma, with that reload in, with Primal Beast onslaught in. I think that ways of initiation are very awkward right now in Nigma. That's probably my biggest criticism. And the carry generally doesn't solve that in a draft. So it does make things a little hard. I'm trying to think of what would best synergize with their...
Well, that's the thing. It would be like a Sven or something for me, but then you're playing Sven into Monkey Kunka, and it's just not the greatest. Like usually these initiation heroes from carry, they are melee, they're strength heroes. It can be a bit difficult. But do you think this egg has enough cover against Mirana Monkey? There's ways here for Team Secret to kill it off before it lands.
That's kind of what I mean, right? Because yeah, I agree with you. I think like the cover is not there. There's no big stun that keeps everyone in place and says, yeah, don't hit our egg. Because even if they do egg, what's really to stop Secret from just walking away? Like,
they've got Onslaught and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, because last game we saw the problems that Nigma had where they didn't buy 4 staffs and could never really disengage from things. Right, and in this case, let's say Secret buy a bunch of 4 stars. I mean, they can just turn it around. Doesn't matter. Like you get people out of the Leshrac stun range. I mean, there's no real setup for him. Like this is quite an awkward stun to land. God, what could they pick? Well,
there's the combo. DK Mirana.
Yeah, this just makes the Mirana so much more effective. This was my biggest problem with Mirana as a support, was that if you only have one guy with a stun, it just makes it so hard for you to ever kill anyone. Now she has the freedom to move between lanes and always have a way to kind of have impact.
Yeah, move into mid with X Mark, even TP bottom with a Boundless or Chen creeps. This is going to be a real nice time for Zayats, assuming he is the one playing Mirana. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they could just aim to pick some Death Ball stuff with Leshrac and Io. You could go something like a Luna and just play with that aura and run that, you know, have a way to group up and push towers. That magic damage is going to be a bit effective there. Russian BKB on her. What else is there? I mean, you could just, yeah, it's kind of rough. Yeah, it's a bit rough when you're playing illusion heroes or melee heroes into this lineup.
Yeah, Tidebringer, Boundless Strike. I mean, Monkey King can always think about buying a Battle Fury. We've seen in the past Kunkers buy Radiance to deal with these PLs and TBs and their illusions. And then they've also got answers, like the way that these heroes can itemize, you know, you think maybe a Spectre could come in for Nigma's late game. Silver Edges can easily come out of both Monkey and Kunker as well. It's really nice having these 2 core heroes early picked in the draft, and they've got the ability to itemize whichever way this draft goes for their opponents.
Yeah, you could always go some semi-carry, I guess, like a Necrophos.
Oh, Bloodseeker.
All right, we get a Bloodseeker. That's fine. That's good. It's a little rough, maybe just because he is melee. He has to try and, you know, stand up to a Monkey King carry, and I don't know if he wins that man fight. Maybe with Basher late game when he's hitting.
Maybe, yeah. It's a Kuro beast though. Mind control is your position 3 Phoenix.
Oh hell yeah!
There still isn't that much cover for Supernova though, which can be a worry.
I think I like the Bloodseeker pick, but I also dislike it in some ways. I just think it's difficult for him to stand in Wukongs and do anything, and also the Conquer run is going to reduce a lot of damage from Rupture. So if they do get Ruptured, they have that option of, okay, get the buff going, and then we're just going to like try and run back to a position where we can feel good, like a high ground or whatever. But at the same time, yeah, the Rupture does cause a lot of problems. That is some semi-cover for the egg, but you don't want to, you know, if you're Ruptured, you don't really want to run away, take all that damage, so it could just keep you in that place for the Phoenix egg.
Is this another draft where Nigma need to come out a laning stage ahead? You're gonna have the same kind of scaling they did in game 1.
We'll have a good laning, yeah. This Phoenix especially, because I'm assuming he wants to go like Vessel and Shivas and stuff like this. All these items that are gonna cut through this big tanky health pool of Secrets lineup.
That's a good point. Bloodseeker Shard as well answers tankier heroes, having that pure percentage-based damage against Kunka. DK could be their undoing, but we'll get underway here. Game 2, a Secret lead 1-0 in this best of 3 in the lower bracket. Secret 1 win away from progressing, and Nigma 1 loss away from dropping out of the qualifiers. All on the line here, especially for Kuroki.
Both walls placed. A smoke though on Zayat so they don't spot it out.
Nigma all gathering up together, not wanting to move across the river. Wait and see what comes their way. Secret doing the exact same thing down bottom. One of those sneaky wards just up the top of cliff. Very difficult to de-ward that.
Smoke, not smoke, but the rotation on Nigma might be a little bit easier than Secret potentially this game. If you have Bloodseeker especially hitting level 6, you just Rupture and come in with Sumail at any point. And they can kill any hero on Secret. Their turn ability gets much stronger when Puppey hits 6 and you have that heal.
Yeah, they need their 6s. Boat, Wukong's, Hand of God. That's all their team fight there from their ultis.
We're clear for running.
Zayat's going to zone away GH. Miracle is going to dip back for the safer rune. 2 for 2 to start things off. And one of the things I'm most curious about, though, is this Kuroki Primal Beast. You know, I said in the draft, I've not really liked it out of the position 3 role. Is this...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, what's his goal here? Is just going to be team fight disruption from the Primal Beast?
Probably just trying to get on... I think the main thing is this Chen lane, I imagine. Because that's when we've liked it the most as a support, right? Or in an off lane. If the Chens have seemed to find it hard to deal with getting onslaughted on, like trampled and stuff. The creeps don't really seem to matter. He gets a lot of armor out of his what's it called? The uproar. Yeah. So I think the lane matchup just seems to be really nice, and that's why people are liking it a lot. And then yeah, in this mid game, Trample as well. Trample destroys trees, which is going to make it quite annoying for Monkey King to play his fights.
Oh yeah, that's true. They've got like Supernova, Trample, Split Earth. Ways to bring Crystals down to the ground. We see there across all 3 lanes. Sumail against Nisha. Kunkka versus Leshrac. Kunkka coming out pretty hard ahead early on. Has that base attack difference going his way. But once we get into the second point in Lightning Storm, Sumail will be able to catch up, shove these waves back against the Tidebringer spam.
Oh, it's definitely really annoying to deal with that. And it's set up, right? You're gonna keep hitting him, Tidebringer, get him low. Yeah, he's gonna get like runes and stuff to kind of help back up. But if you can bring Mirana for this 4-minute water rune, for example, and take away that regen, you could even potentially get a kill with the X-Monster into Arrow. It's always something to think about and be careful of. And I think that's why Sumail put his ward on the north side of the lane, because he's looking for that Zayat's rotation to try and kill him.
See him coming in. So yeah, we might see that value point in X mark a little earlier than we usually do. There we go for this 1-2-1 build. Once you've hit 4, see what Nisha does. Down at bottom, we did get a Courier snipe. Puppey removed mind controls. Courier coming into that bot lane. But they've got so much regen here for Nigma. It feels like they just want to continue scrapping and battling. Kuro with tangos, mango salve, Phoenix with fairy fire and tangos. Even a stick purchased by him. It's a hard struggle though. Like Puppey's hit level 2 now. He can go for the divine favor. Has the headdress, so Crystal is going to be very happy just to continue fighting back. Uproar on a move forward, forcing Puppey away. The battle of the bosses. Looks like Chen gonna get the upper hand though.
This lane gets scarier with levels for sure on Nigma's side. Phoenix, I think both of the heroes on Secret's lane here, they rely on right click. This Fire Spirit is going to be absolutely massive at like level 3, then level 5 especially. I think Sumail kind of has like easy pickings of I can go to either lane and probably just get like a free kill.
Yeah, very likely. And Kuro right now, the warding battle. He got his sentry dewarded in a small camp, places another, body blocks it, and dewards. It looks like Puppey did manage to deward his medium camp, but that also got blocked up. Just going to grab one of these little Satyr banishers with the Purge. Maybe take off the fiery spirits. They do get chucked at you. And how about that top lane?
How about it? They get that pull off, because right now I mean Rez is... Yeah, he's suffering a little bit in CS, but he's happy when the lane is in front of his tower, because it gives Zayat that space to rotate. Like right now, she's going for that 4-minute water rune that we talked about. You're thinking, okay, Rezo's happy, but the lane got pulled. Doesn't feel that great. I think it's gonna double up though, so that's okay. It'll push back into his tower, and he'll be completely fine with this. I don't think they should be able to kill him.
And Sumail sees this coming. Good Dire Observer Warder near the bounty rune. Saw the Mirana shifting into mid.
Behind him.
Yeah, Zayat. Where's the high five? Come on.
Even if you get that X mark into arrow off at that point, you're not gonna kill him.
Yeah, just maybe making sure that Sumail is forced down to the bottom rune instead of going up to the top. So Zayat's just going to farm a little bit in the jungle, use that arrow, TP top, help out Rezo, because Miracle and GH, they're on his tail. Dragon Blood is level 2, so he's a tanky fella. He's under his tower now, but Miracle with a range hit from the Bloodseeker, like 500 range away.
What was that range?
Oh, Miracle unlocking some skills we didn't know Bloodseeker had. And Zayas, he doesn't have leap. He's got Starstorm Arrow, so it's a double for Miracle.
That has to be illegal. He like broke his arm off and just taped it to his other arm for that kill. Ain't no way.
Stretch Armstrong over here.
Seriously. All right. Well, you're feeling terribly sad about that, your DK, but at least the lane is pushing in and you didn't miss too many creeps. The worst part was just your Mirana dying too. And he used his TP to respond to that, so he's gonna have to walk to top lane or mid lane. It's approaching 5 minutes, so 1 minute from now, you're definitely thinking about this 6-minute power rune. I think Nisha might even be able to get his level 6 before that and have that kill threat. Smell doesn't have like a wand or raindrops, so the damage should be pretty good. And your main issue in terms of damage is just Mirana's pretty underleveled, so she doesn't have like 2 points in Starstorm, which could be maybe that deciding difference.
Yeah. A good start for Miracle to get the ball rolling. Triple slippers of Agi, all the venom already paying off. Shift quickly into the phase and the Maelstrom.
Yeah, triple slippers. Is that the build?
I've seen it a few times. I think I've only seen it on Bloodseeker and Lone Druid. It's what Yuragi goes for the triple slippers on LD the hero rather than the branch build. And yeah, we've seen a couple of times this Bloodseeker go triple slippers, just get that extra bit of base damage, make sure you're securing all the last hits. And there we see it back, the long reach, the long arm of Miracle's Law, taking down the DK.
It's like maybe I overreacted and it's just like better in the replay, but nah, that is just not fair. Okay, Nigma's power or Ruler's gone down or something. They are all disconnected.
Yeah, it looks like they said they had lag, so probably resetting the router. We'll come back in a couple of minutes. Get ourselves back into the game. So with Chen leaving that bottom lane, leaving Chrysalis alone down here, it's pretty scary for this Monkey King, isn't it?
Potentially, yeah. He has the Boundless Strike, and that's kind of it to disengage Kuroki when he tries going on him. He is level 3 and he hasn't skilled up a spell yet. I think he's just wondering, like, do I go for another point in Trample and just, if I have the opportunity to get on top of Puppy without an Onslaught, or do I need this Onslaught? We've seen a lot of these combination lanes with Primal Beast where there's a stun, right? Like a Hoodwink or something to set up and then you Onslaught into it, but Mind Control is not doing that for you. The spell's obviously still really good, but yeah, it's much less reliable, especially because it makes that sound even from fog. Chrysalis is always just going to be able to step back and get to his tower, and the equilibrium seems to really be in front of Chrysalis's tower most of this time, which means that you don't have that long lane chase if it was closer to their own tower.
That's kind of what you want with Onslaught and Dive. And it has to be said, there's a lot more tools here for Nigma to use. We saw Puppy draft and execute with the rest of his squad a lot of these smaller maneuverability spells through the Monkey and that. Here we've got Dive, we've got Onslaught, the ability for Bloodseeker even to chase with his max move speed Thirst. And of course, Io with that Tether Relocate can get them across the map. I guess Lesh is no slouch either. He's got pretty good base move speed. 370 with just the brown boots. There are plenty of ways here for Nigma to actually fight around the egg, chase people down once we do break out of this laning stage.
Yeah, I wonder what Sumail's going to buy this game. If you're playing against Monkey King and Kunkka, it's definitely not a bad shout to go for a Yule Scepter, but he might instead just choose to do something like Travels, maybe that Kaya, Sanj, BKB, this type of stuff. You're playing with saves in the form of Io and Phoenix, so maybe he's not super keen on like having to go for a defensive item early.
Yeah, I'm curious as well, because we've seen some shifts out of these, SFs, Lenas. We might see a shift out of Leshrac, because the Aetherlands build used to be a thing, but you might be right. Just go for the Travels, the Windlace, max move speed, sprint around the map as it's Lesh.
So the chase ability on Nigma is pretty massive. You just highlighted it as well, and it's, when we see these Batrider lineups and their ability to just run people down, Nigma pretty much have the same. If this Leshrac, I think the last time we saw him playing it, right, he was absolutely insane. His comfort level was super high. He was getting that blink dagger, going really aggressive, trying to, this IO enabled him to have the health and the confidence to kind of go anywhere he wanted on the map. So we might see that again. I think on Secret side, though, they do have a lot of ways to punish it. Any X marks into arrow combo could result in a death. He cannot simply rely on the IO relocate to keep him out of safety as well because of that X. You have a lot of different ways to be stun. Your Monkey King can come connect very easily with that free dance. The Boundless Strike is another form of stun and control. Like, they have ways to kind of keep Sumail off of them.
Yeah, the last time we played Lesh, he went 9-3-11. It was the Yule's, the Travels, Yule's, Bloodstone. He had the Eternal Shroud as well as an Ether Lens and a Blink Dagger. So yeah, lots of ways to increase his range. Gap close on them.
Weigh anchor.
We do get back into it. Game 2 here for you just joining us. Best of 3 between Nigma and Secret in the lower bracket of the TI qualifiers for Western Europe.
It's a hype one. Whoever loses this is out of the running for TI, and we're already a game down on Nigma. Secret playing phenomenally in that game 1. So if they can just channel that again for the second one, it could be a clean sweep for them.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's like a guarantee to go to last chance qualifiers, but they've even got a series after this they need to secure to get into lower bracket final and gain top 3 spot.
That threat of the lower bracket.
That's a long road.
This game's been very passive so far. Obviously, Zayats has been trying to make moves around the map, but these wards have been scouting it out and making it very hard. Top lane especially, usually you want to get a lot more of these stuns off, but I think Miracle's been doing a pretty decent job of just sitting in the creeps and making it hard to get that angle off of them.
And GH even gets a reward up to spot Zayats.
I mean, I think it's pretty clear he's going to be going mid anyway, just for 6-minute runes.
Well, they are converging bottom here with the Primal Beast and Lash. Rune spawns top, it's a regen. Gathered up by Zayats, or denied by him, as the trample from Kuro. Closing in on Nisha, not really the opportunity to kill him off though. It's down at bottom, they get the Boundless mid-dive onto Mind Control. They've caught out the Phoenix, he's still level 4 and he's gonna get burst down here. Jingu stacks, body blocks, a Satyr in front of him and Puppey kills him with it.
What a great block from him. That was really nice, really keen, seeing that Kuroki had left the lane and that they had that moment to go, taking full opportunity.
Yeah, the great timing from Chrysalis to Boundless Strike into the dive. Looks like Nisha was thinking about TPing elsewhere, but he's got Puppey's Chen coming in to regroup with him. Nigma swarming top though. Double ward. They see pretty much everything. Kuro spots Zayats, and he's going to onslaught on towards Rezo. Trample, turn around, DK stunned, and it looks like Kuro has gone way too far in here. Doesn't have the team to back him up, and Secret responding with numbers of their own. Kuroki's still growling from the grave there. I don't know if you heard that.
I heard it, yeah. Weird. What? I don't know. I'm not super familiar with the XP changes. I wonder how impactful they are. Like, not having a Rupture there on Miracle. I guess GH has been taking a lot of XP because he's level 4 as well. Because Rezo's 6 now. I feel like he's been left alone a lot. So I guess this makes sense still as well.
Yeah, Zayat's doing a lot of roaming around and getting his experience from the jungle with arrows rather than leeching from lane. Chrysalis jumped forward here, but he wasn't expecting Lesh to be there, but he's going to get the Mischief and the Boundless Strike off and maybe survive. All that damage from Sumail is Puppey wasn't near enough by. They will TP down to aid Nisha though with his X-Mark drag back. But the Torrent, Bone and the Arrow all connecting on Mind Control. They'll bring the Phoenix down in the trade.
Nice big rotation. It's also really nice for Nisha that he's playing basically in the jungle and giving that mid lane to a support. I know Zayats came and connected too, but yeah, he was originally farming mid, Nisha's was farming that jungle, and it gives them that opportunity to quickly swing bot and get that gank and just make Mind Control feel threatened, because Phoenix does not want to farm the jungle. It is not something that he is very good at, so if Nisha can pressure him a lot, it really limits the amount of gold that he can get. I mean, I'm sure he's also been thinking about how much he wants to kind of kill this Monkey King, right?
Well, there's the move, exactly as you said it. You hear the onslaught coming, Chrysalis, he sidesteps, leaps on the trees. They know that Sumail's invis. Arrow slides right on by.
Now he knows they know he's invis.
Well, it gives a chance for Rezo to back up, make sure he doesn't get caught out by the Rupture, which has come up here for Miracle's Bloodseeker.
this ward that Secret has put in front of the Roach Pit is a really nice one, just because usually in the early game you tend to keep those sentries sort of focused around the mid lane looking for those high ground wards, as well you look usually around the cliffs and stuff like that. So they're going to get it now just because of that arrow being thrown, but otherwise, yeah, that is a nice ward that tends to go unnoticed in the early game.
Miracle on the run. Doesn't get clipped by the Torrent. Still an arrow to contend with here as he just ruptures up Nisha, but there's the X-Mark boat. Sumail coming in with GH to save up Miracle as they turn onto Sumail with the arrow and the damage. He's got a fairy fire, but he healed from one. Now the turnaround onto Nisha, but it's Coco's run, keeping them all so tanky. Great onslaught though from Kuro with a trample onto Nisha that should be able to finish him off. A killing spree for Miracle as he slices into Roar's Resolution, firing the takedown on him, but it's the neutral creep that finishes him off in the end. No leaps remaining for Zayas though. Another guaranteed kill here. Maybe he can turn, but doesn't get the arrow off in time towards GH. So Miracle gets the double kill. A stellar start from him. 4-0 on the Bloodseeker now.
More heroes. Felt like it's had only the Phoenix farming bot. Meanwhile, 10 and Monkey King not taking part on the side of Secret. They're just gonna go right back bottom for a fight. Don't have that boat for 30 seconds. Only the X into arrow.
Oh, died. Mind Control realizing he is X. Might just have to pop the egg here. But Zayas, he can focus it down. The burn damage from this Pulse Nova and the egg doing tremendous amount of damage into his Chrysalis. Inside the Root Cause command, Miracle will take him down. Sumail comes out with a double kill as Nisha, always stuck down here in the trees, ruptures on him. Torrent landing nicely, but he can't slip away. Miracle wants the high five. He'll get it in the dying breath of the Kunkka.
He just tried running away anyway. I don't care if I'm ruptured. Run for it.
Make them work for the kills. This is Nigma now transferring their efforts into a tier 1 thanks to the catapult and its level 3 edict. And Mind Control, that first supernova, setting up for a glorious fight for them.
They got that kill onto the Phoenix, but you're definitely feeling the struggle of playing into a Leshrac early. He's just putting out so much damage constantly that you are not really able to deal with it. Even Chrysalis, right? He's only got 2 points in Jingu. He's not getting that much lifesteal back. He's just going crazy.
That's a mech on Poppy. But even on the tier 2 tower, Nigma, they're diving them.
Welcome back.
Goes for the Kunkka. And he will get a nice torrent landing onto GH. Yeah, you're right, absolutely right. There's Sumail Lash, like he's tanky with his Iron Tether behind him. Now it's a fairy trinket to play with as Miracle finds that in the jungle. We saw in the top lane fight how quickly they turned. They were starting on Miracle, going to half HP. They realized, Secret know that Sumail has to be the hero they kill off first.
For the twins.
For Secret though, they've kind of tested their ability to play into Lesh now, and I think they know that, okay, he's really strong. We can pick him off, definitely, but these big team fights are very hard for us to take. So they should just play much more around trying to get Resolution his Blink Dagger now. He went for this Alpha Blade, and it's going to really delay that timing. So he just needs to be given that space for now. They're going to let mid go as a result. Like, they just can't really fight it. They want to just get some items instead.
An easy shot.
And yeah, they've got perfect vision in that triangle. They've seen Nisha farming there. They've spotted Rezo going top. They know that Zayas is lurking around in mid. So they just stick here with 3 heroes while Bloodseeker, and they can get the side lanes, get the farm that's being pushed in towards them. And we've got Spirit Vessel done on Mind Control now, and Miracle with his Maelstrom much faster at scaling and clearing through these camps. Aiming towards that BKB, so they will have that mid-game team fight ability. Looks like Sumail going for the same build he's gone for previously. You mentioned it, the Arcanes, Yules, Eternal Shroud coming up. Even though it feels like there's not that much magical damage, Eternal Shroud, such a great item there as the boat crashing onto GH, a quick pick as it might turn into a bit more, making a meal out of it. Secret, get the Tidebringer. Cleave onto Sumail's Lash.
And there's that pick off. It's exactly what you're searching for, just especially getting it to kill Io first and not give him the chance to reload out. Nice there, just to bring Chrysalis into the mix, get him involved as a carry, utilize that vision from the tree dance.
An easy shot.
Get those kills. I think Mind Control showed top as well on that lane, so they just kind of knew that, yeah, they can do this quick in and out and give Rezo as well all this time to just keep farming for that Blink Dagger. He's 1.4k gold into it now. Slowly getting there.
But getting on top of Nisha. Throws a torrent, but he's been ruptured up and chased down by Sumail and GH. Miracle closing on him. He wants another high five. She gives it to him as he dies. Secret with no answer there. Someone showed on the top ward. It was Rezo, like you say, farming that blink dagger. So both teams really using the information they're getting on the map, that process of elimination, knowing that they don't have the numbers there and fighting into the weaker opponents.
It's good as well. You're not wasting your spells as Secret. Like the mech and the Hand of God were there. Well, Rezo being forced to TP on top. Quite annoying for him, but he'll just go to the tier 1 tower. But yeah, not wasting your spells, understanding like, okay, we just give up this kill, but we're inching towards our condition to be able to take a fight. Rezo's at 1.6k gold now, so he got a south. I wouldn't mind seeing Zayat connect to him top just to threaten this Phoenix, because right now Phoenix is the one that's sort of threatening Rezo. He has that vessel as well. He might even be looking for a kill here. I think that's what he's waiting for. Reads it.
He knows what's up.
Yeah, so for Nigma, Miracle just going for that BKB, and he feels good. I know the last time Sumail played Lesh, he was pretty greedy in terms of not going a BKB for that long time. So I'm assuming it'll be the same thing this game.
Just go for that magic damage, magic stats build. Kuro gets himself a high ground ward and sees Nisha coming top.
Oh, they want to bring the fight.
They're on their way. Bloodseeker not nearby though. Sniper Courier. Miracle might have the TP outpost, but it looks like they're just going to go for this. Mules onslaught, Split Earth lands onto Nisha, and that supernova, well placed, allows this Kuro Primal Beast to batter into Zayat. They kill Nisha first. Have they got revealed? Do they see the Mirana? She's going to leap TP. There's the Split Earth from Sumail though, finding the catch they needed. They're even going into the back there, finding Puppy with a reload from GH as Miracle did connect. Heroes down means Roshan time for Nigma.
That little ward placed by Kuroki set that up so nicely. They just saw everyone heading like top and were able to just get the exact pick they wanted to start the fight, and then that ward also then giving visions for Miracle Bloodseeker to find another one. It's just like one to another, all off this nice one ward. Nice slick movement there from there, and then getting a rope off the back of it too. Should set them up really nicely, especially moving into this resolution. Like dagger timing that he now has. Like generally you want to get this, smoke it up, and go take a fight, right? But now you're playing into an Aegis. You need to be avoiding Sumail like plague, going for someone like Kuroki top. That's where you want to get that kill, or Miracle TPing onto this bot tower, showing they want this.
Yeah, try and find him. Now he's isolated himself. Yeah, I was just realizing a Miracle. I thought he was too far away to join that fight. But if Nigma can start the fight, bring people low, he's got this thirst that's basically like a boots of travel. He sprints across the map. He's there. He's joining. Radiant ward spots Sumail. It looks like Secret not able to get the catch they needed though. Yeah, Nigma with the read. They've signaled it out. They don't want to be down there anymore. Back up to their own high ground, hold a position of power atop the staircases. And there's the BKB for Miracle now as well.
Honestly, I think Sumail is weak enough, like in terms of health. Even though he has that boosting heal from GH, you're able to find both of those heroes alone somewhere. Right? If they're playing around that, we're gonna relocate to you guys. We're gonna go push out this lane alone. Right? They could easily kill him twice.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
But it requires them to be out of position. And they did get out from bot and not give away that type of... Just gonna smoke together as a team now. Not bringing the others though. Mind control top.
Yeah, he's not a nature's prophet this time. He can't just TP into the middle of the fight. Oh, Chrysalis. Primal splitting. He's ready to jump, but Kuroki, nearly had him. Chrysalis, he still finds him. Kuro, he's got the catch on the monkey. Oh, what a beautiful play to just come down the trees and take Chrysalis with them.
That's why they picked the Primal. Wait, did they pick this before or after the monkey? I don't care, I'm gonna pretend like it was and that's why they picked the Primal!
I really do love the fact he's going straight BKB here. We've seen the suffering of this Primal Beast from a support role, but Kuroki, an exceptional job here to get the kills, experience he needs. Heading straight into BKB, no messing around with a Blink Dagger or anything like that. Zayat's off at the top. Miracle and mind control straight down the throat of the Mirana. Feels like Nigma have a firm grasp on this game now and taking control of enemy triangle.
They gotta make their own moves. I think they've desperately been trying to look for these side lane pickoffs and when Nigma are moving. They have not many wards though on Secret, which I think is a struggle for them. Alright, a
little too far forward. Long range Dragon Tail. Secret very tentative about this though. It's a 1700 HP Primal Beast with lots of one charges. There's a bit of backup coming as well. Sumail and GH that have relocated down here. Trying to back up their captain. In comes Rezo though as they burst through GH, and now there's going to be no relo out. Sumail left stranded for the Bloodline Miracle with his BKB. He's coming into battle Crystal, and he's got tons of damage. Monkey King can't withstand it. Tries to mischief with the Hand of God on the mech, but that's not enough. Secret have to run away. They've left Nisha down here. Still unable to kill Kuroki. The Primal Beast breaking ankles in the trees, but the remaining seconds of the Black King bar will allow him to TP.
Definitely not what you're hoping for as a Secret player using your 9-second BKB. You committed so much for that Primal Beast kill and you didn't get it. The boat and all of Dragonite's spell. I guess you didn't have your Marana. That was the big problem. Yeah, and your Wukong, sorry. I think Zayat's is quite a lot of their damage early game, right? Before Chrysalis starts to really turn up in terms of damage items as a core. Like needing that 4 points in Starstorm to kind of secure that kill. And they didn't have it because he died top to that Rupture. Just that little pick off, you know, made Kuroki able to live far, and yeah, they wasted so much against him. Here is starting to get a little bit rough.
Yeah, it's pretty relentless from Nigma. Able to scale the map, get wherever they need to be very quickly. And now with tier 2 down, it means outpost, bottom jungle, all theirs. As we'll start to prepare for the next Roshan in 3.5 minutes. You might see Nigma just regen up, chill for a sec, then smoke to triangle, get some ward coverage. Yeah, I think you're right. The impetus really is from Secret here to make some moves. Find some plays with his DK Mirana, which hasn't really comboed up together yet.
Yeah,
Kuro.
So brave.
Oh, he's putting the fear of God into Secret, that's for damn sure. Dodges the arrow, dodges the boat, gets the uproar off. Sumail and GH here to back him up as well, as they place the sentry to see inside that moonlight shadow. And Nigma, you see one hero, you know there's 5. Everybody here, as Zayas walks forward with the help of the Wukongs, the heal from the IO, keeping Kubo alive. He's got uproar, but Crystallis push back. The onslaught keeps the monkey at bay, and he stuns coming. Not enough, and not enough damage either. Inside the fountain, he nearly died to the Spirit Vessel, but the Monkey King survives. Nigma still swarming over Secret though in his middle lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Operation Kill Kuroki. We'll get him next time.
Dire's bottom
Yeah, they fail one time, best out of 3. No, fail a second time. Go again, best of 5. It's just so tanky. And the fact that the best thing as a support, just quickly, is when you escape these initiations and you survive, like dying is the downfall of you when you're trying to scale. So that means his BKB is not delayed. He's gonna get this a good 26 minutes into the game.
Yeah. Secret going for a smoke. I mean, they just have to keep this up. Honestly, you need Monkey to get farmed. You can't really be affording to bring him to all your fights. They have been trying to make this move repeatedly for the last like 10, well not 10, but like 5-ish minutes since they got Rezo's Blink. It's not worked out, but it can. You know, they keep trying to go on Kuroki. He's really tanky. Mind control, he can die. But they might also just TP in and
Yeah, now the reload. Every move just turning around on his head. And get a stun out on the GH, launching Mirana forward towards her. Kill off the IO, but now the chase is on and you can see Nisha not comfortable to stay here. BKB TP's away. Puppy, Zayat, same story for them. The splitter barely missing. Don't cancel the TPs there. So a quick in and out from Secret, but again, they're expending cool. And they're expending map space. Nigma very free here to come back into the lanes and just keep things pushed out.
I genuinely think you're pretty happy with that. You've got a bunch of TPs bot, which means that now Chrysalis can go farm top freely. He was farming that entire time as well. Oh, Miracle with the lead.
Yeah,
Does he get out? He doesn't have a BKB right now.
There's no rupture.
Right. He'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, you did a lot there. You got a kill, you got out without dying, you forced TPs, gave your monkey space. It's kind of exactly why they're making those types of moves. They're not trying to make a grand, like, team-wide type move when they run 4 heroes ball like that. They're just simply trying to delay the game and get anything they can so that Chrysalis can get his BKB.
Got a heal catch. Show the X-Mark Shadow Blade, but mind control's here with the dust and the BKB on Phoenix. Zayats holding Lesh back with an arrow, very well placed as MC continues to try and burn Nisha. Secret again disengaging, expending cooldowns to just stay alive.
He is always getting his egg off.
The prize is mine.
Yeah. There's no way you're catching him. Rezo in the bottom right corner. Breathe fire gives away his position, and look at how quickly that comes. Blood right, and he stuns. Oh, Rezo's out of there.
Is about to take
Nice and cheeky. I mean, they're just pressuring and trying to get any cooldowns. Like when they move bot, they get that reload as well. Right now, DK alone, without even having to expend a smoke and a big move, he gets that reload again. Now Chrysalis is feeling a little nice top. Okay, they don't have reload. If they catch me, there isn't that threat, right? They can definitely still potentially kill him. However, it just makes you feel a little bit more free and gives you more space to farm the map with less ways to kill you. Like, you're always thinking as a carry, as a hero in the game, who threatens me? You know, and reload is the big one in this game for everyone.
How greedy can I be without dying?
Yeah.
And he's got a good forward placed ward. Zayat's behind him as well. As Nigma smoke into triangle. This is the move we expected coming into this Roche timing. Take down the tier 1.
Top tower.
Gain control of that Roche pit.
Got sent to the bottom.
Yeah, even sweeping top here. Look who's behind the Monkey King. Zayats has repositioned down to bottom. And Chrysalis very deep up in the top half of the map.
Miracle might die here.
Yeah, he goes aggressive. Ruptures resolution, but that Lincoln's Dragon Tail, not just the arrow, and the rest of the squad is coming in. He'll just solo kill the DK, while the rest of the team, they're aiming for Nisha now. Kuroki, he's got no onslaught anymore, but he can still pulverize now with a BKB TP. Safety again from Nisha.
Oh, my mistake, Gary. I thought they had control of their own outpost. I didn't check that. As soon as he showed on bot, going for that kill, the whole team just teamed in. So that was yeah, nice from them to quickly back him up. I was a bit worried. He was in the middle of a bunch of heroes. Secret though, they desperately need to be able to fight this Roche when it happens. I actually thought they would take that DK kill and go to the Roche pit.
Dire fortified their structures.
They have this BKB on Monkey King, right? They are strong.
Radiant's middle tower.
All they need is this one fight. If they give away this Aegis, it's very hard for them.
Tower has fallen.
This map will just get even smaller than it already feels. I think Chrysalis is doing a great job of just pushing these side lanes and just trying to make sure that they don't have 3 waves at their base.
Dire's top tower.
But there's the move into Roche. Secret. They've got a high ground ward nearby, but doesn't look like they're fast enough to respond. And without cooldowns, without BKB on resolution. Let's sit back and just let them have it. So we're going to have Aegis on Miracle, it looks like. The shard as well.
Fallen to the Dire.
Hold for my
Aegis, Sumail, shard for Miracle.
Oh, the ward by Nigma showed the courier going to Chrysalis. Not that they don't know he's already playing up there. They actually put a ward on the cliff now. So I'm scared for Chrysalis. He's in a spot of danger right now. Is Scan looking for him?
Where is he? There he is. Primal Spring, the Supernova, trying to catch him.
Bottom tower.
And it was quick from Mind Control, but quicker from Chrysalis.
That's huge. That's great for Secret. No egg expended, and that Roche was just
bottom tower is under attack.
refresher shot. There is no play here for a second egg. If they want to smoke up and take a fight, this could very well be their timing. They just need to make sure that they start and bust. Bloodseeker, I would say, is their best bet now that there's no egg. You can't commit everything onto this Aegis, but you can still kill Miracle. Just Lincoln is such an issue. You need to break it with what?
That's difficult. Lincoln's BKB. Very hard to bypass. Sitting left side in the trees, but missing the Boundless. Not going to get a catch on anybody.
Boundless into an arrow could have been big there.
Double damage.
And now Nigma, the one spreading the map. Kuroki gets that bottom lane to farm. He's got a BKB now, surely. And it's back on his courier. They're going to get a takedown on Nisha, though. Back in the top lane. He shows. Quickly picked off by Nigma, and he's dead for 50 seconds.
I think he believed that they had backed off on Nigma because Kuroki TP. But
The bait.
yeah, that's the only way I can rationalize that move.
And they're going to try and go with Kuroki now here. Courier's coming with a BKB on it. Gets Dragon Tail and arrowed, though, inside there. Big ball of fire. They got the mech heal, but that's not enough. Kuro's going to die, but they caught out Monkey stun. Drop from the trees. Has to BKB inside the Wukong's command. Rezo does grab a double with the boat supports darting from the side, and Crystal is fighting back. He's standing his ground. He's not going to win that scrap, though. Miracle, too strong with the punches left and right. As Nigma, 3 for 2 trade, all things considered.
We talked about it in the draft right at the start of the game. This basher on Miracle lets him stand up to Monkey King. Getting that amount of attack speed, not letting him get off the Jingu stacks and getting all that life steal. Because yeah, he is a formidable boy.
He's not even in his chair in Miracle's swinging punches. His player cam's just an empty chair. I don't know, it's pretty wild.
Yeah, 18 extra armor and he wasn't able to stick it.
I just need a little more there. Nisha does get caught by that split earth. And Kuro onslaughting into the trees, spotting Mirana and the monkey. And he's going to BKB up and try and trample back to the rest of his team. Sumail going to yaws away from that X mark and the boat. Well timed by him to dodge from Nisha's initiation plans. He does get clipped, but they've got IO Tether, Sunray from mind control. Difficult to kill off.
Could make it play for when the Aegis expires, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, Secret have all their BKBs. Sumail going to try and force them to use them, though, as Miracle gets the rupture in onto Nisha. Supernova at the back as well. The heals onto Sumail, keep him alive. And he's going to turn the damage he's got. Tidebringer did a lot of damage there onto Kuro, but Zayat's the one to fall first. Now the kill on Leshrac, but his second life will re-emerge. Diving forward aggressively to try and keep Secret away from this. Sumail, Leshrac, another X mark from Nisha. The follow through is lacking now. They bought back Kunkka, cannot buy back Mirana. They're holding their tier 3s for now as Nigma will retreat. Scary times for Team Secret though.
They're doing a lot of damage. To be fair to them, they saved them off pretty well there. It was just the kind of fear of committing in super hard because your BKBs were starting to run out and because there was that Aegis. But Crystals also didn't have his Wukong's command during that fight, and now he has it up. Honestly, I would feel pretty confident actually off the back of that base defense.
All right, when Nigma lost their internet connection, they didn't reconnect with the cams. That's why things are a little bit stuck.
Okay.
So yeah, those are the cams from 30 odd minutes ago. Yeah, it looked like GH was also stuck, freeze framed as well. There we have it. Nigma, Mule's initiation. No chance to leap from Zayats. Pulverized and dead for 40 seconds again. Supernova, 30-second cooldown remaining. Relocates back up. Nigma thinking about that high ground again. Well, this is where Secret can start spreading the map a little bit. It would be nice to have Crystal as top just pushing out, but it looks like he's set his sights on defending hard in this bottom lane.
All in service to imbalance.
You got to be set up for this, and also I think Nigma have shown that they're willing to run heroes up there and search for you. They got that cliff forward down. Things are a little scary for Crystals now to go top.
Not even a Wukong's there as Rezo blinks on Sumail. He's got backup though, saved by the tether relocate. X-Mark's not going to work out as that split earth shard really causing problems on the staircase of Secret. They can't press forward. They are hemmed back in their base.
Nearly able to defend properly last push without the Wukong. Losing that is a pretty big blow.
Kuroki, onslaught in, pulverized towards this. Poor Kunkka of Nisha needs the BKB to be defensive, and the Sunray looking to burn through them, forcing Secret back into their fountain. Now they've got no BKBs, no Wukongs, and Nigma can open up on this lane of barracks. So Miracle turning to defend it, blocks the arrow with a BKB. You're all safe and sound for Sumail. But he goes back in without the Supernova. Triple Rezo, find Puppy's Chen. Dying with a flyback here on the DK. It's gonna hurt for Secret.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Nigma now can think about buildings. Edict's back up in 10 seconds for Sumail, so just clear the wave. Aim for barracks. And you know the Secret don't have the cooldowns they require to defend their base.
Got the boat though.
They do. Not try with his X-Mark arrow play. The Phoenix getting caught out. The heals from Io keeping him alive, and they turn onto the Monkey King. The Pulse Nova damage Sumail, a miracle. They make it work. 90 seconds without your Kunka now. So that's a 3-lane bottom. Shift into mid. And Nigma looking for this game 2 victory.
The tower is under attack.
It's been a good one, honestly. I mean, you've got to keep looking for how Secret can somehow make it work. But honestly, Nigma are really not giving them that option. I think Kuroki's done such a lovely job this game. Such a tank. Honestly, just being so much attention, right? He's always on the back line. Even in that push, just in the back line. In there, making them hit him, making them use spells on him, and giving Miracle and Sumail that space you really want.
Yeah, look at Miracle just blinking in like that. Onslaught not going to go the distance.
What they deserve.
Secret need to mount a defense. Buildings are falling very quickly. And Miracle is aiming for Rezo. He's ruptured up DK, so no quick initiation. You tank your stunner. He's going to have to BKB here by his tier 3 tower. And they are actually bringing Miracle very low. Can he be killed by the Sun Ray? No. The tether comes, but GH now in harm's way. They'll set their sights on the IO to burst him down and Secret hold. Malak's mid still stands. And Chrysalis with a double kill.
Can they go more? What can they get from this? Mid tower? There's a DD top. They won't be able to put it onto their Bloodseeker though. Already jumping forward. Looks like they're just going to farm for now. Slowly push these waves out. Reclaim a little bit of map control. Get some D-wards, put some wards down. Anything you can really do to sort of reset the game is big for Secret right now.
8.5 for Roche. A big streak to take from Miracle as well. Like Chrysalis ended up getting thousands of gold from that defense.
Oh,
2,500 damage. You got 1,600 gold.
My thrift reward.
That's a lot of friggin' gold. He's got a Deso now. I mean, we've seen the damage that he's been outputting in these defenses, even with just a Boundless Strike without Jingu stacks. It's kind of nutty. And now you're slamming a Desolator on top of that. I mean, he is scaling. He is going to be formidable. We saw last game just how much damage this Monkey King could do. Nigma just needs to make sure that they're playing this next 5 minutes perfectly. They need to fight proper for this Roche, and then they need to siege. I mean, these sieges have been difficult. You know, there has been some loss. Not quite enough to dent their 20k net worth lead right now. They are in a really good spot.
They are indeed. 40 seconds for Roche. Right, these next few minutes
is
pivotal for Nigma.
Dire's bottom
secure that Aegis.
Couldn't withstand the tide.
Secret. They don't really struggle that much clearing out super creeps. They've got DK with this fireball. Even Chrysalis with a boundless strike and shove out these mid and bot waves. Both of them vying for control of the triangle. Secret backing up behind their observer ward, waiting to see who comes around the corner from Nigma.
I know where they are, at least. Definitely not in their base. 2 good wards.
Sumail creating the battlefield of split earths. They'll see Roshan respawn in a second. Secret the ones to smoke across, get the element of surprise. Smoke breaks, Miracle is invis. He sees Chrysalis and launches the rupture of him. Now focusing on Chen, bashed up. He gets the mech, the hand have gone out. The Supernova's a good one though. The Holocaust command, dealing with Kuroki, GH and Lash. Oh, Chrysalis! He just cruises through 3 of them. Miracle now left a little bit alone. Secret, they're battling back, but they've got to run. Too afraid. No, they see Chrysalis, they're not afraid. They're bold and moving forward for Miracle to get a double kill. Jump in towards Nisha now, but Rezo, he's caught out. Miracle with a stun of the torrent. Maybe they should have been afraid, Sheepo. They're losing so much. Oh, come on, but they relocate. Save. Oh, GH. Very control. What are you going to get up to here? Yeah, but he chain stun down, the arrow connects, and the Phoenix will fall.
And then
Dive is
GH
up, but
comes
it's
back.
not going to work, and GH is going to get dragged back by the X mark. In we go with the Tidebringer, and Secret. What a comeback fight. Roshan still stands. Yes, they killed the Monkey King, but how much did he do in that team fight?
That was not the perfect 5 minutes as I imagined. You can't be doing that. God, what a start to the fight. I was sweating for Puppy. I mean, he was on the front lines when that smoke broke. Once he instantly turned on him and tried to go for the kill, but he couldn't do it in time. He got the mech off. He got the Hand of God, given this extra heal to his team to enable them to live throughout this fight. Meanwhile, there's Lesh stuck in the middle of a Wukong's command. This is so hard to fight, even with the egg on top of you. He doesn't have that Aghanim shot either on mind control, so he doesn't have the heal from the stun ray yet. I mean, maybe that could have changed it.
Dire's top tower is under
You
attack.
rub to the monkey as well, and I feel like Chrysalis is pretty happy just to stand his ground inside Wukong, so maybe not the ideal target for Miracle to be going on, but it was their first point of contact. I see the monkey, they go for the Chen, spreading across multiple targets. A Secret. Wait, what did you say? It was a 21, 22k lead just moments ago, now down to 10k. There's a big dent in that.
This respawn on Monkey, thinking about Roshan. That was a massive disaster for Nigma. Now that their 10k net worth swing back towards Secret, this is going to be a much more even Roche fight than we're looking at. But end of the day, you still got tools. You got this egg. You've got your Abyssal Blade on Miracle. You got ways to lock heroes down. But
This might be the most important smoke all year. Both teams 5v5 smoked up around the third Roshan. Nigma one loss away from dropping out of TI Qual. Secret one win away from moving forward to that lower bracket final. And nobody spots anyone yet, but Secret, they might have the upper hand. They see Sumail, the jump in from Resolution, Bloodrush in the back, Miracle focused down. Nisha can't contend with a BKB and a Lotus up on him, and this Wukong is just going to be run away from by Nigma. Nisha still charging forward though, aiming for Sumail. But it's all reset around the Wukongs and Supernova, and DK looks like he might be just the only one to die here. Boundless back in from Chrysalis though, focus on the Primal Beast, BKB up now as well. GH with the Ghost Scepter, not going to survive. Zayas brings him down, a 2-for-2 with a couple of buybacks. MC chasing in with Kuro, looking for the monkey, but Chrysalis is across the trees and Zayas has TP'd away. A back and forth between these two teams, it is sublime.
what a bold fight to take as well. On top of the enemy outpost where they have the ability to TP back into the fight instantly. Gosh, they definitely didn't overcommit. You're watching Chrysalis that whole fight and he's playing the outskirts of the fight. The Edge is waiting for his chance to jump in, but losing your DK like that, it makes it much harder because he's the one really that's starting all these fights so well with his stuns. He's got that halberd now, so the way to break the Lincolns, he's so pivotal in these fights.
They've got a jump. They've got the dust. No BKB on Nisha. Primal Beast trying to get there with his BKB. He'll just pulverize the Mirana instead. Try and find Zayas, but it comes to an end. And Nisha's even playing forward here. X-Mark drags him back to safety. He's under a blood right and he's still ruptured, but surrounded by allies.
Okay, we ended ruptured, but he does have the double charge talent. Very leap.
Still down for 45 seconds though.
Going straight back to blood.
And Secret, 8 seconds for Monkey BKB. That is the only cooldown they're waiting for. Nisha scouting the pit. Big damage onto Miracle. Pop the Lincolns, get the stun. They've had a Blood Seeker now. They're in for the heal. GH. No, he's going to relocate him out of there. Get a bit of safety and distance while Hiroki and Puppy having a battle of their own. Trampled down and find the check. No heals anymore. And Sumail inside the Wukongs may be dangerous, but he gets himself out of there. Trying to find this opening onto Nisha, but look at the turn. Finding Miracle, no buyback for him. He's dead for 100 seconds. He's now relying on Kuro to open up on Chrysalis. The monkey turns, but he can't find Rezo. He needs Nisha to back him up. The buyback from Chrysalis, he'll return to the battle. As Nigma on the run now, catching mind control with the stuns they've got. Gem on the deck, Roshan open, and Secret. It feels like it's their game to lose now.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is under attack.
so hard, and a massive part of that fight was Chrysalis did not have buyback at the start of it. But I think from the kills that he got, he managed to get enough gold to bring himself back into the fight after that. When I was watching, it was only Mirana and it was only Leshrac that had these buybacks at the beginning of that fight.
They've got to deal with these lanes though. 2 lanes of racks down. Poppy has to push them out, and they still can't go for the Roshan play.
Regeneration.
So Aegis, Cheese, and Refresher Shards still there, waiting to be claimed by one of these fortunate squads.
You desperately want it on Secret right now. At least Leshrac is able to play up like this with his buyback, but Chrysalis fully aware now that any misstep, any death, and that could just be the end of this game.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
We're gonna go for it.
In the pit.
Gotta do it before these respawns.
Yeah, looks like they've got it.
Radiant's middle tower
No
is under attack.
answer from Nigma here. And they'll know this is happening. Bottom lane is on tier 4s. Roshan down. Aegis goes to the hands of Chrysalis, so his buyback earlier not as meaningful as it was a few moments ago.
It's the buyback status. Ooh, it's the most important part of this game, any late game. It's all about these buybacks. No, none on Miracle, and that's just from gold. So if he's able to farm that up right now, that'd be really good. This monkey, even though he has Aegis, he does not have the buyback. So if you are able to kill him twice, find that opening, get that kill, that can be what you need. He is doing so much damage. I mean, Nisha as well. He is itemized for damage. He's going the stadeless, Silver Edge. He's trying to buy a Satanic. He really wants to just be able to tank and do damage and stay in the fight. See a lot of these other Kunkers, they go the Assault Cuirass and the Hex instead. I wouldn't mind a little bit more control though, just for this Wukong's command. It feels like a lot of heroes are able to just walk out if they don't have that Boundless Strike up.
And Nisha there, quickly Xing back, not wanting to get Yules by the Lesh. Wise decision.
Died to that a couple times already this game.
Both teams with an Obs Ward around the bottom rune. Sumail preemptively split Earth and then quickly blinks away.
Mind Control does have that Phoenix shot now. That is a lot more healing that is going to be coming out in these fights. I think we saw the impact of it in a couple of those lost team fights, just not being able to save his teammates who were inside the Wukongs, because he can egg inside of it and he's fine. You know, and he should get that off with that BKB on him.
Shadows.
Able to aid your allies, especially Sumail, who isn't going for a BKB, he isn't going for something to stop those stuns. He's been relying so much on GH, but honestly, some of these fights, he's really struggling to get in there with the reload save.
It's been a challenge. And with this Aegis, Secret looking for that map control, get D wards, get vision over that triangle. Still tier 2s to take. Nigma smoke. The tier 1 down. Crystal Corruption. Sumail spots him. Comes down from the trees. Gets off his Wukongs. And now Sumail. He's the one being focused down. The boat will land with the reload save. Gets him out of there. While Kura, he's brought down Puppy, but will have to give his life in the exchange. Wukong still zoning Nigma away. The X mark and torrent up for that. Leshrac, but Miracle's back in with his stuns. Now Chrysalis in an awkward spot. Trying to jump into focus GH, but he can't get the job done. Mischief's into a tree, but that's his first life. And now with no BKB, looks like Nigma don't want to commit for it. They're respecting the double buyback out of Chen and the Kunkka. Falling back to their base, they poked, they got what they came for, took out that Aegis, so now they know that Chrysalis, no buyback for 4 minutes. He's the target they want to kill.
I thought Puppy might buy it back a little bit early. He had the ult, he didn't manage to get it off before dying. I thought he was going to expend it just to try and save Nisha, but chose to wait a little bit instead. Not sure if that was a mistake or intended. It's so precarious. Every spell matters. Anything you can get off and use. They weren't able to kill that Brack in time. It really feels like the one thing that they are lacking is something that disrupts and finds the IO. Like, using so much for him just to have it reload out. It's so painful to watch happen.
And try and gather their forces up top.
Nigma very happy now that as well that they farmed this buyback on Miracle, he can play a lot more boldly. You both your cores sitting pretty here. They can always get back into this fight.
Man, kind of wild. Miracle, 31,000 net worth. He's right up at the top. 10k ahead of the Conqueror, miles ahead of the Monkey King. But it's felt like he's not really had the answers, not able to stand his ground inside Wukong's any longer.
Yes, X marks the
Like net worth doesn't really mean anything anymore. I mean, this net worth lead as well, it's pretty much evened out.
All about the initiations. All about this vision.
I think that was sort of the idealish idea of a fight for Nigma, forcing out Wukong's command, Dragon Knight initiation, making everyone secret show, and then being able to just relocate that one hero.
Yeah, back away from Wukong, reset the fight.
Go back, and you got 2 Ruxes, and you're able to get 2 Ruxes off when there's no buybacks and there's no Aegises. You know, you can't just shrug that off. It locks you in place. That's how they want to win this fight.
Yeah, they are 2 lanes of racks ahead still. Secret coming back into this game, but Nigma still with its impetus to move forward, charge in towards Puppy. They see the Chen with the Sentry Ward down and double BKBs come in. Mind Control going to turn off by Miracle here because he's being focused down by Crystallis and the lads. Miracle healed, the GHIO comes in clutch. Soneldo inside the Wukong's command has to self-fuel. Gets off his little Stormcrab, the Cyclone as they pulverize Puppy. He's dead for 80, while Miracle gets the Abyssal Blade stuns, Zayas leaps away, the Spirit's landing onto the 2 of them, Rezo and Nisha. Silver edging and Shadow Blading, trying to turn a fight with the arrow landing. They've got Miracle locked in place, but where's the damage? Oh, Crystallis, come on, no, he can't do it. Nigma, they've killed the 2 big targets. 2 minutes with no DK, no Monkey King, and here it is, GG call.
Oh, what a close game! Throws, counter throws,
Victory.
everyone on the edge. Close fights, what a game!
And everyone on the edge of their seats as we head into game 3. It's do or die, all on the line here between Secret and Nigma.